Buenos días. Like I'm setting the mood for feel like I'm setting the mood for like a candlelight dinner or something. Buenos días, muchachos. Buenos días, muchachos. Oh my God. Buenos días, muchachos. How to get rid of your mood swings, baby. We almost ready, y'all. I'm a little behind, but we almost there. Give me a second. show up to school and the teacher's still doing some work. Sometimes that happens. See, I forgot my teacup. Can't have tea without a teacup. No, she ain't what you used to. Hey, I'm here, y'all. I'm just talking in the background, getting ready for a good show. Oh my God! Hate when that happens, man. What the freak? Alright. Hola, muchachos. Hola, princess. Hey, let's start, y'all. So, we're gonna do something called a combining. Alright? Let's do a combining. We're gonna do a combining. Okay? Y'all ready? We're gonna do a little combination combo. We're gonna do a Muhammad Ali. Alright? Okay? Yeah, we're gonna do what we call a 1-2 punch. Okay? We're gonna go from the book of chapter 5 out of my book. Let's start. I like that vibe though. Hey. Thank you, Nagasi. I appreciate you, love. Talking about your outfits have been so wavy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I be trying to dust off, something. The old poet in me tends to show up quite often. And sometimes you get something, the fashion side of me comes out, and the poet in me is more of a fashionista. You know what I'm saying? The teacher in me is more of the poet in me is more of a fashionista. The teacher in me is more of a relaxed, go how I go with the flow, any kind of look. You know what I'm saying? That's the teacher in me. The poet in me wants to show up, make sure I'm right. Feel me? So I appreciate that compliment. But let's get on with this here. Because one thing I love to do is start out with my breathing. I always love to breathe. So today we're going to go from, and we're a little bit behind, but we're not going to run over just because we're behind. That just means I got to be short and somewhat sweet. Sweet more than short. Because I'm on, you know what? I was about to say something crazy. That was about to be like, out of, that wasn't finna go well. So, let's breathe. Let's open up and breathe. Sit down, relax, okay? Get still for a second and breathe in. Breathe in through your nostrils. We do what we call the rest. You tell somebody I'm about to go rest. So we do a rest exercise. It means when we breathe, we allow the breath to rise. We raise the breath through our nostrils. We raise it through the nasal passage. And you should feel, okay, from we raise it, then we let it elevate. We let it slowly just find its way around and creep its way up. So we let it rest, we let it elevate, and we let it sit at the top of the crown. The crown chakra is the chakra that is in alignment with the cosmic universe, but it is also your communication plumb line to the oneness, to the all, to the universe, to the grandfather and the grandmother, to our holy angels and our spirits, holy spirits, and our divine guides and teachers, our ancestors. We communicate through them vibrationally, or I would more say we align with them vibrationally through the crown chakra. It's a plumb line. And so we use it as a plumb line to balance our chakras. We use it as a plumb line to balance and harmonize with ourselves. So we breathe in, we let it elevate, we let it sit at the top. That's called rest. Let the breath rest. And 4 seconds you hold it. 4 seconds you release. Release it for 4 seconds. Let's do that again. One more time. Okay? Breathe in. Let it raise up. Let it elevate. And when it elevates, it actually should be expand. So I actually should replace the word elevate to expand. Let it expand. Because you should feel it expanding your awareness. And then we let it sit at the top for 4 seconds. Release for 4 seconds. Through the mouth. I love the dim light better. Hopefully y'all can still see everything in the background. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Ooh, that might be a little too dark because I got to read. I got to read, y'all. Sorry I got to keep getting up. This is unlike me today. That's a lot better. I got to read. Huh? Yes, this is live. This is live. This is live. Everything I do is live, baby. All right. So we're going to do a combining of getting out of our mood swings. We're going to take off the mask. We're going to face the truth. We're going to heal the matter. And we're going to go from my book again today, which is Breaking Out, Escape the Fear of Failure. And this book is teaching you how to not lean on or be so codependent on outside circumstances and outside institutions and outside other things. This book is totally keeping you only dependent on you. It says that you can do all the things you desire without any outside or external factors playing the major key roles in your life. You know what I'm saying? I can't get this job until I get this degree. So we don't allow that kind of language to happen in this book. You understand what I'm saying? Because we know that's not the truth. But the truth of the matter is we're going to talk about breaking command. This is chapter 5. Breaking command, doing things out of order. All right? We finna get good today. Doing things out of order. So I wrote a quote in this one that says, if you believe that you can do a certain thing, the way will always be open for you to do it. I actually posted that on my Instagram a couple days back. That's a quote from me that's in this book. If you believe you can do a certain thing, the way will always be open for you to do it. Now, I'm going to read a little bit, not a lot, a little bit. Dr. James Dobson, who is a Christian theologian, wrote in his book called Family Man, when a man falls in love with a woman, dedicating himself to take care of her and protect her and support her, he becomes the mainstay of social order. Swivel your head around that. Swallow that one. I want to take, how many words is that? How many words is that? 1, 2, 3. And so I'm going to say 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 words. Okay. I'm going to take 4 words out of here. He said dedicating himself to care for. So now that's 5. I actually knew I was going to say 5, but I thought I was going to say 4. So dedicating himself to care for. Now watch this. Mood swings are a part of habitual patterns in a lot of ways because we have not dedicated ourselves to something bigger. And watch me, and I need you to hear me. He says dedicating himself to care for her and protect her and support her. Quote this: he becomes the mainstay of social order. Social order. The mainstay of social order. And so we're going to jump right in, right? Okay, so he becomes the mainstay of social order. The mainstay of social order. All right? So, that's my honey running out, y'all. No more honey. So, the mainstay of social order. When he is dedicating himself to care and protect her, he becomes the mainstay of social order. Write that down. Why? Because mood swings happen because there is no you're not dedicated to a mainstay. You don't stay somewhere that is where you don't stay somewhere that you're rooted in. You understand? You're not dedicated to something that keeps you rooted. And so mood swings become a habitual pattern of ours because we don't dedicate ourselves to a certain mainstay. It's like saying this is who I am, this is how I'm going to stay. This is who I am, and because this is who I am and this is how I'm going to stay, like I was talking about yesterday, we outframe or we framework the outline of that picture. We framework that picture, right? We framework that picture. So therefore, after the frameworking is done, of the picture, we know what it takes to be the mainstay of social order. And so lots of times mood swings, they happen from emotional standpoints, but they also happen from mental breakdowns. And so a mental breakdown in mindset, a mental breakdown, a cognitive breakdown in the mind, or a cognitive dissonance, something that you're not associated with, something that you're not associating yourself with or affiliated with, is going to be hard for you to grasp. Something that you are not associated with or affiliated with, it's going to be hard for you to grasp the understanding of what it takes to stay what? To be the mainstay of social order, to keep things together, to keep things the way they are. And because I've dedicated myself to this certain thing, things have their place and things are the way they are, and thus you eliminate a lot of mental breakdowns for these emotional mood swings we have. You understand what I'm saying? So we eliminate a lot of these mental breakdowns that causes these emotional mood swings. And so mood swing is one of those key habitual patterns that we don't think has a lot to do with our being in our purpose. And I say that we don't think that because we think we are always in so much control of our emotions, which we are. We are the ones who control our emotions, but we don't tend to see how our emotions spill over. Our emotions spill over into the productive side of who we're supposed to be, the mainstay of social order. You understand what I'm saying? And so because we allow emotions to spill over into the productive side of who we say we are and stuff like that, productivity gets lost. And so now mood swings come into play and you are, frustrated and you're sad and you're having an emotional breakdown because things are particularly not going your way. And they don't go your way by no one else's fault. They don't go your way because you don't know how to outline the framework of the mainstay. I'm going to say that again. You don't know how to outline the framework of the mainstay. You don't even know what it is that you're dedicated to. You don't even know what it is that you call yourself. You don't even know what it is that you truly are. You don't even know what it is that you're really putting your foot down and saying, this is what I'm here to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm dedicated to. This is what I'm going to put my life, I'm going to give my life to. And because there is no dedication to a mainstay, you know, the father, like Dr. Dobson said, the father becomes the mainstay of social order, meaning he becomes the structure that the children look up to and say, okay, he becomes the disciplinarian, the one who gives the orders, the one who tells what to do and what not. They listen to daddy because daddy is the structure that holds the house together. Daddy is the structure daddy is the framework of the picture. Daddy sees a goal, he wants a family, and he becomes the outline framework of that picture. The picture is his family. The picture is his family because that's the goal he wanted to achieve. That's the goal he desired to have. The picture is his family. The framework is what he's dedicated to. The social order is what he as a man dedicates himself to. That's the social order. That's the mainstay. You understand? And with that being the mainstay, the children now know what to expect from daddy. And there's not a whole lot of mood swinging. And so we also continuously think that, you know, our issues are laying deep within other people. But let me take the mask off here. Let's take the mask off. Mood swings are not always emotional. Let's take the mask off. Mood swings are not always brought on by emotions. Okay? Mood swings are also brought on by mental breakdowns, as I said before. But mood swings are brought on by what? No discipline. No discipline. If you don't discipline yourself to anything, the children don't have a structure or an outline or a framework to look to and expect certain things from daddy. And because there's no discipline, there's a breakdown in communication. There's a breakdown in mental mental understanding. There's a breakdown in comprehension. And so therefore, frustration, anger, you understand, comes in. Mood swings and sadness and being down and being, you know, apathetic, which means, you know, you basically, you know, when you are more like apathetic, you're like, you don't want to do anything. You're lazy in a sense where it becomes where you don't want to do much. And you become self-loathing. You become to say, it never gonna happen to me. My dream is never gonna come true, or I'm never gonna get, you know, where I want to be, and you become apathetic. You understand what I'm saying? And so we gotta take the mask off and say that mood swings are not brought on by emotions. They're brought on by the lack of discipline. Write that down. The lack of discipline. If you don't have discipline, you're setting yourself up to be a moody person. You understand? If you don't have any discipline, you're setting yourself up to be a very moody person. And I'm trying to give you the framework to see. You got to take off the mask and say, why am I so moody today? Or have I not eaten? Listen, I've not eaten and still not be moody. Have I not eaten? Have I not drinking any water today? What is it that got me moody today? Why am I moody? But where's the breakdown? Where's the mental breakdown? Where's the mental Where's the cognitive dissonance? Where's the disassociation with what you have as a healthy pattern in your life? Where's the disassociation at? Did you get up and did you pray, or did you meditate? Did you do your yoga? Did you do your breath work? Did you get your sun? Did you sunbathe? Whatever you do. Did you go to the gym? Did you read your 5 paragraphs today, or your 5 sentences today? Did you do your affirmation? What did you disassociate yourself with that is causing the lack of discipline, that is causing the mood swing? The mood swing and like I said, mood swings, and you need to understand this, mood swings are not always brought on by emotions. Mood swings are brought on by mental breakdown. There's a mental breakdown that we're not being careful of recognizing and being aware of. You understand? There's a mental breakdown. And so, writing that down, mood swings are not always brought on by emotions, but brought on by mental breakdowns. And the mental breakdown comes through what? Where the mental breakdown come from? You know, there was a time where, not a time, like a long time ago, I'm talking about a couple days ago, where I didn't do my prayer, my meditation, my affirmation, and I noticed I was very moody. I was very moody because there was a breakdown. I was moody because there was a disassociation with something that I normally do. My meditation, prayer, affirmation, journaling is the mainstay of my picture. Those are the outline framework to get me to the what's in the picture, what I see in the picture. The picture that I see, the outside framework for me is my prayers, my meditations, my affirmations, my journaling. These are the things that I do as the outline framework, as the mainstay of social order, for my life to go the way that I desire for it to go, for my life to fully fill out the way I desire for it to fill out. These are the outline structures. This is the structure work, the mainstay. This is what I do to see that picture come into fruition. And I have to do those things. And if I'm not doing those things, I can feel the disassociation. I can feel the cognitive dissonance. I can feel me not connecting to the big picture that I see and am dedicated to, because I might not have did something. There was a mental breakdown. I might not have did something that keeps me in alignment. That keeps me in alignment with that picture. So there's something I didn't do. You understand? There's something that I didn't do. So now that we have this fullness, the understanding of this, all right? So you got to begin to ask yourself, in order to have an outline. So what we're going to do is here, we're going to face the truth. So we're going to take a quick breather in a minute, but we got to have an outline. We got to have an outline of, the framework, lack of a better word. We got to have an outline for the framework, okay? We got to have an outline for the framework. So we're going to take a quick breather. We're going to come back and we're going to ask ourselves some questions so we can see if we got these outlines done. The outline of this framework done. Okay? So let's take a quick breather real quick. We're going to take about 45 seconds to just woosah. Okay? Okay. So let's begin this outline work. Let's breathe. Let's begin to face the truth. Okay? Breathe. Inhale. Hold it for 4 seconds. Release it for 4 seconds. Inhale again. Release it for 4. Woosah. All right. This is the most I ever got up during the video, because some reason I cannot see today. So let's do an outline real quick, and let's start to ask ourselves something. This video is going to be short today, not an hour long, even though I came on at 9:05. I didn't start till 9:15. So we're going to be basically 45 minutes today, maybe. 45, not an hour. Sorry. I'm talking to myself. But I'm not. I'm talking to you. Okay? Cool. So, let's begin to face the truth. You have to have a series of questions that you ask yourself. And I'm not saying if you don't have these series of questions, you fail. I'm not saying if you don't have these series of questions, you failed in life. What I'm saying is, if you don't have a series of questions that you ask yourself so that you could stay dedicated to the mainstay of social order, to the mainstay of who you are, so that that picture fulfills itself, it comes to fruition, it manifests itself, that picture that you see of yourself. If you don't have a series of questions that you constantly ask yourself, then you are not seeing yourself dedicated to something greater than yourself. So let's start with the first question I would ask myself. And I'm reading it from the book. At the time, I was calling myself, at the time, I was Marcus. And Marcus is the name some people call me still, because it was the name that my mama gave me. But I desire, because I went through my spiritual transition, I desire for you to call me now Omaka. Not Marcus. But I'm going to read it like I wrote it in the book. Okay? So here's a series of questions I asked Marcus. I would say, who are you, Marcus? That's the first question. Who are you? Where are you headed, Marcus? In whom do you believe, Marcus? What do you put first, Marcus? Will you fight for what you believe in, Marcus? And that's what I would say to myself. These are questions I will go over again. And if you don't have a series of questions, it ain't that you failed in life. It's just that you're not paving a path to get you to your destination. You're not paving a path to get you there. These questions help you get there. And we have to face the truth in the matter by saying, no, I have not been dedicated to something. No, I have not painted a picture of where I desire to be. There's a scripture I know that I take from the Bible a lot, and I get that some of you are not biblical, and some of you are not Christian, and some of you are not religious. And I'm neither of those three things as well. I'm neither Christian, neither biblical, neither religion. But I use scripture because I believe it has great takeaway. And I don't have to explain why I use scripture anyway. So here it is. There was a scripture in Habakkuk, however you say Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2. And it says to write the vision down. If we don't write down what we're dedicated to, these questions, then you are on a surefire path of being moody. You know, there's another scripture that says, I don't know the Bible, I don't know the chapter and verse, but I do know the scripture. It says, you are like the waves of the sea. You are to and fro. You are like the waves of the sea. You are to and fro. That means you're one way this way. That means you're moody. That means you have a lot of mood swings. You're like the waves of the sea. You're to and fro. You're left and right. You're like this. You're everywhere. You don't know where you're going. You're neither hot nor cold. You're lukewarm. You don't know where you're going. You don't have a direction. You don't know what it looked like because you haven't wrote the vision down. You have to write the vision down. You have to write it down. You have to know exactly where you're going. And you do that by asking yourself certain questions that paves the pathway to get you there. And so I would ask myself a series of questions. I would say, who are you, Marcus? I would say, where are you headed, Marcus? I would say, in whom do you believe, Marcus? Who do you put first, Marcus? Will you fight for what you believe in, Marcus? I would ask these questions so that I have an outline. I have an outline or a framework to begin to write from. These questions are the framework I write from. So now I can answer the questions. Who are you? Okay, this is who I am. Where are you headed? This is where I'm going. I can see the picture. In whom do you believe? I believe in myself because I am connected to the presence that is within me, the infinite, eternal, everlasting presence of God. I am connected to the presence that is within me, and that is God. I am connected to the higher presence of God within me. And so I believe in myself. Why? Because when I believe in myself, that's me believing in God. Because I am one with the presence of God within me. And so I believe that it is my mind. I believe that it is my heart. I believe that it is my dedication to the mainstay, to keep the social order, to keep the order of what? Quote unquote normalcy, but not normalcy. To keep the order of direction, to keep the order of the framework, to keep the vision of the picture in my scope and my sight. And therefore, I have less mood swings. Therefore, I'm less likely to be to and fro. Those who don't know where they're going are subjected to be what? They say there's a saying that goes for those who don't know. there's a saying that goes like this. Those who don't know, any road will take them there. Oh, say that again. For those who don't know, any road will take them there. Oh my God, just listen to the power in that. For those who don't know, oh my God, that is so sick as far as how powerful that little phrase is. That quote, I forget who quoted it. But those who don't know, any road will get them there. Do you know how misguided you got to be? Undedicated, undisciplined you got to be to the point where any road will get you to wherever. Any road meaning those who don't know, any road will get them there, meaning this, that you don't know where you're going, and so any road gets you to the place, to the land, to La La Land. Any road takes you to La La Land. Any road gets you to this desired place that you don't have in mind, which is not a desire at all. So you don't have a desired role or desired place or desired destiny in mind. So any road takes you to where? To nowhere. Any road that's why it says, those who don't know, any road gets them there. Gets them where? Gets them nowhere. You're on the road to nowhere. Any road gets you to nowhere. Any road will take you to nowhere. Why? Because you don't have an end goal in mind. You don't have a picture or a vision of where you're going. So any road will take you nowhere. Any road will take you nowhere. And so those who don't know, any road gets them there. Any road gets them to the land of nowhere. So they end up nowhere. They end up nowhere in life. They end up not going anywhere. They end up not knowing people that can help them go further. They end up not going anywhere because they don't have certain questions that they ask themselves. And I would ask myself, and we got to face the truth in this. You have to begin to have a series of questions that you ask yourself to see where you're going, so you can be dedicated to that. So you can keep social order. And you're less likely to have mood swings. You're less likely to be swayed left and right. People can't call you and say, hey, come here. And I used to do this a lot when I was becoming a motivational speaker. When I started out becoming a motivational speaker, I was getting a lot of attention in my city. And I was getting a lot of notoriety through the media, the news, the radio. I was getting interviews left and right. I was getting interviews on TV. And I was getting a lot of publicity locally from the local news stations and the local radio stations. I was getting a lot of attention locally, a lot of publicity. And people would hear about my story through radio, through internet shows, through TV news. People would hear about me, and people would invite me to come and speak. And I would take any invitation. And because I didn't have this structured outline for myself, or this structured work outline for myself at the time, I was going anywhere, and basically I ended up going nowhere. And I could say that I have to face that truth. I ended up really getting nowhere faster. If I had known what I know now, to know how to say no, to be disciplined. Like right now, I tell people all the time. People ask me to do things a lot. And I tell people, if it don't align with what I'm doing, if it don't align with my purpose, I'm wasting my time. If it don't align with my purpose, I'm not doing it. And that's just how it is now with me. But I didn't know those things back then. I didn't say to myself, I was taking anything because anything was getting me the publicity so I could get known, so I could get more engagements, I could speak more. But at the end of the day, I really didn't end up getting anywhere. I really didn't end up getting anywhere at the time because I didn't have a mainstay. I didn't have something that I was dedicated to, that I looked at and said, this is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I believe in. This is what I put first. And this is where I'm headed. I didn't ask myself these questions. And so I didn't ask myself these questions at the time. And so any road was getting me to where I thought I was going, but really it ended up getting me nowhere. Because I was saying yes to everybody. And I'm realizing now it's okay to say no to people, because I'm doing that a lot now. I'm saying no to people. I'm like, no, if I can see the picture of where I'm going, what I'm doing, where I'm headed. And I have the outline framework for that. And if you invite me in to come do something, and it don't look nothing apart, and it don't look like it fits in with the framework, and it don't look like it fits in with that framework, then I don't see myself fitting in with it. I don't do it. Because I don't see how what you're inviting me to do fits in with the framework of what I do. If it don't fit in with that framework, if it don't bring me closer to the purpose or closer to the destination of what I'm doing, living in my purpose, then we're wasting both of our time. I don't waste your time. I won't waste my time. Period. Okay? So I have a series of questions that you ask. Who are you? Where are you headed? In whom do you believe? What do you put first? And will you fight for what you believe in? Now let's heal the matter. Let's take another breather. Let's do this real quick. Take those notes down. Take those notes down. Make it the framework to the picture. Make it the framework. So that you can see yourself getting closer and closer and closer and closer, or the picture begins to become more and more and more into view. Because right now the picture's out of focus because it's a distance away. But the more you stay convicted and disciplined to the framework of that picture, to the outline work of that picture, the more the picture comes into focus. And you begin to see it clearly. Okay? And so that's going to take that. All right? But we got to understand how this plays into us being moody. Having mood swings. And we think that drugs and alcohol curbs our appetite of being moody. Actually, it increases it and intensifies it. You understand? Once you come down off that high, you're going to be more moody. Once you get drunk, you're going to be even more moody. Once you come down off the high, the mood swings increase. Once you get drunk, the mood swings intensify. They intensify. You crying one minute, you laughing the next when you drunk. You sad one minute, you thinking about your life and how it ain't going to work. You sobbing. You know what I'm saying? They intensify when you get drunk. They increase when you come down off the high. So, drugs and alcohol is not going to curb your mood swings. I'm sorry. But you need to understand that you not having the discipline, a dedicated practice to something, to a framework that eliminates a lot of the mood swinginess. Why? Because you're more happy when you're connected and disciplined and rooted to your purpose. When you're not doing all this extra stuff like I was doing back in the day. I was doing a lot of extra stuff, extra work, but it wasn't getting me nowhere, and I found myself on the road to nowhere. And therefore, I found myself a lot more moody, angry, upset, frustrated, disappointed, because I wasn't where I thought I should be at the amount of time that it took me to do all the work that I did. But now I'm where I need to be, where I want to be. I love myself more. I'm happy more. Why? Because I'm not jumping in and out of my framework. I'm not jumping out of my framework of what I do. I don't jump out of my disciplines. I don't jump out of what I'm dedicated to. I don't jump out of what I believe in. I don't jump out of what I put first. I don't jump out of where I'm going. I don't jump out of who I am. I don't jump out of these things anymore. And so therefore there's less mood swings with me. If there is mood swings, it's because people around me are moody. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I don't have mood swings, because I'm a Cancer. Cancers are the epitome of mood swinging. You understand what I'm saying? Cancers are the epitome of mood swinging. So being a Cancer myself, I definitely understand mood swings, but I've mastered my emotions enough to not have to be subjected and victimized by my mood swings. You get the difference? I understand I have mood swings, but I'm not subjected to them, nor am I victimized by them and allowing them to hold me back. I'm good. I'm very good now. And so I mastered myself enough to not allow my mood swings to carry and spill over into my life to where I forget my disciplines, I forget my practices, I forget what I'm dedicated to. I forget who I am. I forget where I'm headed. I forget what I believe in or who I believe in. I forget what I put first, and I forget, what I'm fighting for. Okay? These are the things that is causing mood swings when you're not looking at the outline, when you're not looking at the truth and asking yourself and knowing the truth of who you are, knowing the truth of where you're headed, knowing the truth of what you believe in, knowing the truth of what you put first, and knowing the truth what you will fight for. Because I know what I will fight for. I know who I am. I know where I'm headed. I know what I believe in. I know what I put first. Because of those things, I have a lot less mood swings. I don't jump in and out of my purpose to do other things that will cause me to be angry and frustrated and down about myself because I did something that was out of the framework of who I am. I don't do that no more. I'm a lot more happier. I'm a lot more happier. I'm happier this way. Okay? Let's take a breather real quick, and we're about to end this. We're about to end this real soon. Okay? Let's take a little tea break. Let's take a tea break. And then we'll come back with the breather. Okay? The finality, what is that? The finality. Not fatality, the finality. Alright, y'all, let's take a breather and let's get ready to get out of here. Let's do that again. That don't sound good with the music. Let's do it again, okay? Inhale. Raise it. Let it expand. Let it sit. Release. Do it again. Raise it. Let it expand. Release. Right, the broad rule is the way to destruction. Okay, let's do some breaking commands to being in command. So we got to break command. We got to break the order of things that's happening in our lives by not being in command of the things that's happening in our lives. So we got to break that command from over our lives. There is a command that has come over our lives. Or there is a command that has come over your life because you're not taking command of the order in your life. And so therefore we got to start breaking command. We got to start breaking that chain or that hex. We got to break that hex that's over us, that's holding a grip over us. We got to break that hex. We got to get rid of it. We got to stop it. Okay? And how do we do that? Let's start by saying breaking command. From breaking command to being in command. 4 ways to help you grow with friends, family, and followers and what you desire to do. And we're about to heal the matter. This is 4 ways to help you grow. And this is to leave the mood swings, okay, behind for good. Number one, own up to your mess. Own up to your mess. Period. I'm not even going to read the excerpt from that. I'm just reading the bold print. Own up to your mess. There's an excerpt that comes with it. You understand? There's an excerpt that comes with that, but you must get the book to get it. You got to get the book and really break it down for yourself. All right? Own up to your mess. Number two, get organized. You look at me, you look at my life, you'll see there's a lot of order in my life. There's a lot of organization. There's a lot of organization. There's a lot of organization in my life. Number three, learn to listen. Learn to listen. And number four, speak, but speak in love. Now, I am one who still have mood swings in that area where I don't speak in, I speak in love, but there are times where I catch myself not speaking in love. And I have to own that mess. I have to face my truth. That there are times where I'm not speaking the most highest vibration of love to people that love me and support me and are in my life. There are times where I find myself doing that. And I have to face the truth. I have to face that. So I have to, number one, and we have to own up to our mess. Own up to your mess. This is how you heal the matter. Own up to it. Own up where you are falling short at so that you can become more structured and more ordered for your breakthrough to happen from these habitual patterns called mood swings. Own up to your mess. Get organized. The reason why you're having a lot of mood swings is because there's no organization in your life. That's a whole fact. I could expound on that alone, but that's a whole fact. There's no organization. You don't get up with enough discipline to know what's going on in your life. Know where you're going, what you're doing, what's the day look like, what the plan is. You don't have a mapped out vision in your head, nor a mapped out vision written down anywhere. You don't have it mapped out. And it's okay to be present. And people think that being present is, we live without goals and we live without plans. And I would say you can live without a plan, but you cannot live without a vision. Ay, 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 ay. Oh my goodness gracious. You can live without a plan, but you cannot live without a vision, beloved. Boom! God, well, you come up with that one, cuz. You can live without a plan, but you cannot live without a vision. If you're waking up and you don't have a vision, because the vision is the plan. The vision outlines the framework. The vision shows you where you're going and what you need to do. So you don't have to sit down every single day, every single sunrise, and jot down the plans of your day. Jot down what you're going to be doing throughout the day. Jot down what your day is going to look like. You don't have to plan out your day like that. But you got to have a vision. A vision will show you what roads to take. A vision will get you to those roads. A vision will walk you down that path. A vision will connect you and align you to those people. A vision will put you in those places. A vision will set you up with those circumstances. A vision will do all this for you. And you don't have to have a plan. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and do that. So you can write down the vision. You can write down the vision. You don't have to plan your life. You don't have to plan your day. You don't have to plan your goals. But you do have to have a vision. And you have to write the vision down. So you get up every single sunrise and you look at that vision. Or what they call a vision board. You look at that vision. And you know the kind of work it takes to get there within yourself. This will curb a lot of your mood swings. This will get rid of a lot of that. But because you have no organization, and we got to heal this. Because if we're going to face the truth, you are moody because you have no organization. That's why I said all mood swings are not emotional. They come from mental breakdown, cognitive dissonance. You have been disassociating yourself with your purpose. You've disassociated yourself from aligning with your truth. You've been disassociating yourself with aligning with what matters and what means anything to you. So there's no discipline, no framework, no outline, no structure, nothing around that vision, that picture. There's nothing around that. And so you wake up every single sunrise and you don't look at the vision. And therefore you don't know where you're going. There is no organization in your life. And because you don't wake up with a discipline to something, you're unorganized. You're everywhere. You got to run back here and you got to go back over there and you got to go back over this way and you got to go back. You're like the waves of the sea. The Bible says you're like the waves of the sea. You are to and fro. You come and you go like this. You're moody. You're like the waves of the sea. And that's what that means. You being moody. You're like the waves of the sea. You're to and fro. You're back and forth. You're all over the place. You're not. There is no structure, outline, stability. There is no discipline. There is no vision. You don't see where you're going. You don't see where you're headed. With the vision gives you the road to go down. The vision paints the road. The vision tells you where to go within your heart. So you don't have to plan your life out. You don't have to write your life out. You have to plan your life. But you do have to write. You do have to have a vision and know what that looks like. And you have to write that down. And your vision don't have to change every day. Your vision don't have to change every day. You just have that vision and you can look at it every day and you understand the kind of work it takes to get there. So you wake up with an organized life. You wake up knowing where you're going, but most importantly, where you're not going. You wake up knowing where you are not going. Today, I'm not going here. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Why? Because it don't align with what I do. It don't align with my purpose. It don't align with who I am. It don't align with what I believe in. It don't align with what I put first. And so here's where I'm not going. Here's what I'm not doing. Here's what I'm not allowing myself to be engaged in. Because it's not about having a framework of where you go, but also where you don't go. And so I know where I don't go because it don't look nothing like the framework of where it takes me to get this picture brought into focus, brought into view. So you got to get organized. And if you got a vision, you can wake up knowing where to go and knowing where to not go. You don't have to write your life out, but you do have to write that vision out so you look at it every day. And you do have to write out, you do have to have a vision and write that out. But you don't have to have a plan for your life. Write your plans out. This is what I'm going to do today, my to-do list. You don't have to have a to-do list. Get rid of your to-do lists. And do list your vision. Get rid of your to-do list and do list your vision. Enlist yourself in your vision. That's getting organized. And this will curb a lot of your mood swings as well. Believe it. Okay? It will. Learn to listen. Number 3. We got to heal the matter. Learn to listen. Learn to listen so that you're not projecting. Learn to listen so that you're not myopic. Learn to listen so that you're not looking at things from your own perspective, so that your mind can be expanded from other points of view. And therefore, you're not finding yourself mad at yourself because things didn't go your way. Or mad at somebody else, You're not finding yourself mad at someone else because things didn't go your way. Why? Maybe because you didn't listen and you didn't take the time to see things from other points of view. And so you got to listen, beloved. You got to listen. And when you listen, you're allowing yourself in your mind to expand. Because you may hear something you've not heard. You're allowing yourself in your mind to expand because you may hear something you have not heard. And so you have to allow yourself in your mind to expand. So you have to listen. It's important that you listen. Why? Because listening helps you with the mood swings as well. It helps you from projecting, from judging, from being myopic, and from having one perspective about life. And you don't have to listen to people. You can listen to nature. You can listen to water fountains. You can listen to springs and wells. You can listen to birds sing. Last one. Speak, but speak in love. Again, I'm a victim. Not a victim, I'm sorry. I am guilty of this. I'm guilty of this because sometimes I'm so myopic. That's why I said we got to learn to listen. Sometimes I'm so myopic, meaning I only want to see it my way. I only want to see things my way. I don't want to see it your way. Sometimes I'm so myopic because I'm so disciplined and so organized and so structured. My framework keeps the blinders on me. My framework is like, I'm like a racehorse. My framework keeps the blinders on me. I'm only able to see what my vision is, what my purpose is. And so I become myopic. Horses are myopic. That means the blinders are on, they become myopic. That means they only see this, what's in front. They only see what's in front. I'm only looking at what's in front of me. I don't look at what's on the side. I don't look at what's on this side because that's going to allow me to be moody. If I jump into this and jump into that, if I look left or if I look right, I get distracted and then I get moody because I'm not doing the disciplined work that it took 5 hours of me scrolling through Facebook. I could have used those 5 hours, and then here I am soaking in my guilt and soaking in self-loathing and my pity because I spent 5 hours on Facebook scrolling and doing all of this instead of spending 5 hours maybe journaling, reading a book, getting some new study, writing a new chapter in my next book. Something I could have been doing more productive, but because I have not, I lose in that regard. Okay? So, I don't speak in love because I'm so myopic sometimes. I only want to see things one way, my way. And sometimes I don't always speak in love. And I don't mean that every time I speak. But when people are trying to bring things to me, bring ideas to me, bring feelings to me, I don't want to hear it because it's going to cause me to be engaged in emotional things, which cause me to be moody. And sometimes I don't want to hear what people have to say because I don't want to get engaged in those type of conversations. But sometimes you have to do exactly, I have to be a student of my own work. Sometimes I have to listen. Sometimes you have to listen. And I'm working on this as a daily thing as well. Disciplining myself in that practice. Listening. So that I speak back in love. So that I reply in love. I'm guilty of my own philosophy because of not speaking in love because I'm so disciplined to my own philosophy, seeing things my own way, being myopic, being so in tune with the vision that's within me, and only doing the work that is of the outline, that only doing the work that is the framework of this vision, this picture, only doing the work that is structured in the framework of this picture. That's why I don't speak in love sometimes, because when people bring certain things to me, other things to me, I don't want to hear it because it has nothing to do with where I'm going, nothing to do with where I'm headed. And therefore, sometimes we don't speak the most highly in love with people. And we got to learn to listen so we can speak in love. I'm guilty of it, but I'm also guilty of being a student of my philosophy. But I'm guilty of my philosophy of not speaking in love. But I'm also righteous in my philosophy and doing the dedicated work so I don't have mood swings as often as most people do. Do I get mood swings still? Yes, but like I said, I've learned to master them. I've learned to master my mood swinging with work, with the discipline. Why am I having mood swings? And there's 9 times out of 10 likely a reason for why I'm having mood swings. And it's 9 times out of 10, the reason why I'm having mood swings, let me say this again. The reason why I'm having mood swings is because 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not doing something dedicated to what my purpose is, who I believe in, what I put first, what I'm here to do, who I am. You understand? It's got to do with, 9 times out of 10, it's got to do with me not aligning myself to what I talked about, facing the truth, when you ask those 5 questions. Okay? Woo! All right. Listen, I love you. I love me. I love us. And I want you to do, I want the best for you. I want you to do well. Go to school on yourself. And if you need help getting some lessons, get my book, Breaking Out, Escape the Fear of Failure by Marcus A. Clark. That's a good looking young man, ain't he? He wrote a good book. He wrote a good looking book. Get this book. You can click the link in my Instagram bio, go to my website. You can find the book there on my website in the shopping store. Or you can order one by sliding in my DMs. It goes down in the DM. Slide in my DM. Tell me you want a copy. I'll send you an autographed copy. I will send you an autographed copy of this book. Okay? Personally. You'll get it sent by me, personally signed by me. Who else would it be signed by? Who else would you rather it be signed by? So you can do that. Breaking out. Alright? Breaking out, Escape the Fifth Fairy. Get the book. I am Omaka, the light, your luminary, your poet, your healer, and your author. I'm many things. But the one thing I am is love. I love what I do. Okay. Ashe, Atone, and Amen. Be well and be light, beloved. Woosa, woosa. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're done. Closing bell. See y'all tomorrow at 9.